Hi there, my name is Alana and today I'm going to be sharing with you my top tips and tricks for how I afford luxury handbags and how you can too. Now this is something I don't think we talk about enough in the luxury handbag community. I think we see a lot of unboxings, I think we see a lot of people kind of projecting an image on social media of lavish luxury, of this just being there every day. And I don't think we talk enough about the hard work that goes into getting these bags and to having these things that we enjoy. Now, what I do want to say is that many of the tips that I'm going to share with you are tips that work for whatever that luxury item is that you want. New computer. I don't know if it's going to work for a car, but I think it's going to work for basically consumer goods. New computer, handbags, clothes, golf clubs, vacation, really. I think there's a lot of things that this will work for. And so whatever luxury is to you, I hope this will help you get a little bit closer. I do just want to give a general disclaimer that I feel incredibly grateful for the handbag collection I have built, and I recognize that being able to save for items like this is something I'm incredibly fortunate and privileged to be able to do. Of course, real life and your bills need to come first. And of course, we're not always going to be at a point in our life when we can buy and enjoy luxury. When I was a student at university, I walked by Louis Vuitton on Bloor Street and I dreamed of the day that I would own a single Louis Vuitton piece, let alone multiple. But after working hard in school and working hard in the early years of my career, I'm a young professional, I'm under 30 and I work really hard. I've been able to buy myself many of the pieces that I used to only be able to dream about. So all I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Other bills need to be a priority. Luxury by its very name is not necessary, and it's something that should never be your first priority. Time with family, friends, loved ones. I would even say honestly travel should come before bags. But we are in a global pandemic where you can't really travel. So all of that being said, let's get into my 10 tips, and I do have a bonus one for how you can buy the bag of your dreams. So my first tip is gift cards. So what I started doing this Christmas, I also did for Valentine's Day and my birthday and my anniversary, is I started asking my family, my parents, my in-laws, my husband for gift cards. Instead of getting me, say, a $50 or $100 or $200 gift that I would enjoy, I instead asked them to put whatever they would have otherwise spent on me on a gift card, and then let me put that towards the $2,000 handbag that I actually want. And so while yes, I'm getting less gifts, I'm getting so much more enjoyment out of them. And that's actually what I did with my Louis Vuitton Speedy bag. I picked this bag up earlier in the spring, and I used gift cards I got from Christmas, from Valentine's Day, and a couple other payment methods that we're going to get to, but I was able to put a serious dent in the cost of the bag because I had gift cards. And now, it was just my birthday, just my wedding anniversary, I'm sitting on another little stack of gift cards which are waiting to go towards whichever my next bag will be. Which brings me to tip number 2, and that is check out your credit card rewards. If you have a credit card that has cash back, save up your cash back, and maybe you've got some gift cards and then maybe you pay for the remainder of your purse in cash back. My credit card does offer cash back, but it also offers points. Points which I can redeem for Saks Fifth Avenue gift cards. Saks is my favorite place to ask for gift cards for my birthday and my anniversary and Christmas and really anything else. And I'm gonna show you something actually right here. So this is my handbag savings account. It's an Ipsy bag. And here I have just a whole wad of $50 Saks Fifth Avenue gift cards. I got all of these gift cards by redeeming in my points on my credit card. And my credit card, that's just what I use to buy groceries. It's what I use to pay all my bills. Of course, use a credit card responsibly. But with my points, which I get from just my everyday purchases, I don't go out of my way to get them. I might save those for 6 months. I might save them for a year. And then I take all of those points and redeem them. So with about a year's worth of points, I was able to redeem for about $500 in gift cards to Saks Fifth Avenue. Most of the handbags I like, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty more expensive bags I like, but most of the bags I'm looking at right now are from Louis Vuitton and are approximately $2,000. So if I've got $500, let's say, in combined gifts for my family and $500 in gift cards for my credit card, that's already $1,000 off my bag. And what I think is really great about this credit card method is it's money you're spending anyways. Okay, so on to tip number 3. Speaking of money we spend anyways, I'm gonna leave a link down below for Racketon. But if you haven't heard of it, it's this incredible online shopping. It's almost like a mall. Basically, you log into Racketon. I actually have their website browser. Amazing, highly recommend. And what happens is they have all sorts of stores. I like to say that basically any store in the mall you can find on Racketon. Not quite 100% of stores, but a lot of them. For me, Sephora and Charlotte Tilbury are the places that I shop from the most that are on Racketon, but there's like Amazon, Indigo, there's Etsy, there's tons and tons of options. And so what I like to do, well, always do, you should just be doing this, is I just click in through Racketon on whether it's the Sephora website or to the Charlotte Tilbury website. And basically what it does is, in YouTuber, influencer, whatever, online marketing world, if you click my link, I get, you know, a certain percent of the sale. That's how affiliate marketing works, right? But with Racketon, it's like we're just sharing the money with Racketon on our own purchases. It's amazing. And if you sign up, I'm gonna type whatever the bonus is, but it's something like you get $5 or $10 just for signing up, and then every quarter it deposits your money into your PayPal account. So for me, every quarter I get about, I don't know, I want to say maybe 50 bucks. Again, I don't really make purchases with the intention of getting cash back, but sometimes they do like bonus cash back. Like recently I did a Charlotte Tilbury order with 8% cash back. That was amazing. But my point being, that money just adds up. They pay you out once every quarter, once every 3 months. And then I just take that money from my PayPal and I transfer it into a special account that I have just for handbags. And that brings me to tip number 4, which is find an additional revenue stream. That could be selling clothes you're not using anymore on Poshmark. That could be, you know, on YouTube, like the money that I make from my AdSense, which it's not a lot, okay, but it's something. Like I said, it all adds up. I put my AdSense money into my handbag account. You could have a garage sale if it's safe to do so where you live. You could flip furniture on Facebook Marketplace. You could manage social media accounts. You could babysit, right? There's so many things that you could do as just a little side job, a little side hustle to generate just a little bit of extra revenue. Even $200 or $300 a month can make a big difference in saving up for a handbag of your dreams, especially when you're implementing these other tips and tricks that I'm recommending. Tip number 5. Find other areas of your life to save. You know, my husband and I are not big drinkers, we're not partiers, we don't go out. We don't really go out for fancy dinners. We like to go out to restaurants we like, but we don't really like to go out to like fancy, expensive dinners. We don't order alcohol, particularly when we go out to dinner. We have so much wine at home that we don't even touch. I like wine, I just have a lot of it, okay? People always give it to me as a gift and I'm like, thanks, friend. For me, my one indulgence that I love is handbags. For my dad, it's golf. For, you know, other people have different things that they like to indulge in. But, you know, making your lunch saves you money, taking public transit instead of driving. Like, there's just so many ways that you can save a little bit of money here and there. And I would really encourage you that if you're in a position to do so, you know, look at, okay, I packed my lunch 5 times this week. Lunch would have cost me, let's say $10 a day, but I would have realistically only gone out to lunch twice. So I'm gonna put $20 a week into my luxury savings account. You know, or whatever that number that works for you, but take some of those savings in other areas and put them towards what you're excited about. Tip number 6 is just more generally, just save a little bit every month. Even if you're not particularly cutting back in certain areas, you know, just if you're putting aside 50 or 100 bucks or 20 bucks or whatever it is that you can comfortably afford to set aside just a little bit every month. And, you know, when you just do it automatically and you're not paying attention to it, it adds up. So, and kind of the subset of that is have a dedicated account for your luxury purchases. I have a separate bank account that I put, you know, my Racketon money in from my PayPal. I put in my AdSense money, I transfer that there. Just all those extra little revenue streams that I have, I just put them all into that particular account. And then what I try just not to do is I just try not to look at it. You know, I try to just look at it once every couple of months and just know, like confidently know that I'm putting money in there. And then when I look at it, I'm like, oh, you're halfway to a bag. You know, and that adds up. But I love that peace of mind of looking at that and knowing that there's half my bag. And oh look, the other half of it is right here. Tip number 7 is consider buying pre-loved. So before I purchase any bag new, I mean, now I'm pretty comfortable in knowing what bags I buy new, what bags I buy pre-loved. For example, Louis Vuitton holds their value, so I buy it new because that boutique experience is important to me. But Dior, I have a Lady Dior bag, and it was less than half of retail by purchasing it pre-loved. So before I buy a bag, I like to just search on Fashion File, The RealReal, and just get a sense of what that bag goes for pre-loved. Because if I can save a lot of money, I don't need a new bag. It's new to me. I'm happy to have it. No complaints here. And just see if you're able to save some money that way. Tip number 8 is say no to trends. So when I'm buying a luxury handbag, I'm looking for bags that are going to stand the test of time. Bags that I'm gonna love carrying for the next 5, 10, hopefully the rest of my life years, however many years that is. When I'm looking for a trend bag, for example, I think pink is very trendy right now. I buy my trend bags from Kate Spade, Coach. If I lived in the States or could drive there legally, I would buy them at Target, you know? So find ways that if you want to lean into a trend, buy it at a more affordable price point, and then spend your money that you're going to do on luxury on beautiful, timeless classics, like this beautiful Speedy. Number 9, and this one is incredibly important to me, and it is take no substitutions. So for example, the bag right now, like the bag that I want to get, I don't know if it's gonna be next, but it will be soon-ish, like in the next year or two, not that soon, is a Chanel classic medium flap, lambskin, black with gold hardware. That, like, to me, that's one of the most classic and iconic handbags, and I really want it. And that bag costs about 8,000 Canadian dollars. So that is no small sum of money. It's gonna take a lot of saving to get there, but every little bit at a time, you know, it's all gonna be fine. But let's say, like, for example, I really want a Chanel piece, okay? But I could walk into Chanel right now with the money that I have saved, and I could purchase a card holder, and I would walk out of Chanel owning a piece of Chanel. I would own a Chanel card holder. It would have the CCs on it. It would have the quilting on it. But you know what? That might satisfy me for a moment. That sort of says, like, wow, I have a piece of Chanel. But it's not gonna actually satisfy me, because I still am gonna want that handbag. The only difference is now, instead of having, say, $1,000 saved towards my bag and being an eighth of the way there, now I don't have that $1,000. Now I have $0 saved towards that bag. But I have a card holder that is cute, but it's not a handbag. Like, it's not a Chanel bag, you know? So say no to substitutions. You know, if you want something, just keep saving and get the real thing. And SLG isn't going to provide you that same excitement as the bag you really want. A bag from a different brand isn't going to give you that same feeling. Just, you know, if that's the item you want, just keep saving and you will get it. And it might take you a little longer, but it's gonna be so worth it because you're going to have the item that you've always wanted and that you love. Number 10 is be mindful of where you're purchasing from. And there's kind of 2 parts to that. Part 1 is consider what benefits you might get from buying from different boutiques. For example, when I purchase from Saks Fifth Avenue and I'm buying YSL pieces, I'm usually able to get some kind of like credit or gift card back. They often have gift card events. You know, my first YSL bag, I actually got a $450 gift card for Saks that I was able to use at Louis Vuitton, and that's how I paid for most of my very first Louis Vuitton piece, was in part by using a gift card from a gift card event. So I would just really encourage you guys, like, think about what you get from buying from different stores. You know, Nordstrom offers Nordstrom Notes. That's, you know, a small amount of cash back off a, not quite cash back, but, you know, a small amount of cash off a future purchase. If you are able to travel one day and you purchase, you know, a bag that's from a European fashion house and you purchase it in, say, Paris or Italy or somewhere in the European Union, you can get your VAT back. And you can actually save a lot of money that way. There's, you know, I would need to do more research on it, but you can save a lot of money doing it that way. And finally, number 11 is take advantage of the money you're not spending this pandemic. You're not traveling. You're probably, well, you know, it depends on where you live and your career and whatnot. But for me, I'm not traveling. I'm not taking the subway to work. I'm not having lunch at work. I don't really go anywhere or do anything. So I don't really feel too bad buying a handbag now and again when I'm saving so much money in other areas of my life. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found these tips helpful. I hope that this helps you get closer to your dream bag. I know that between this and that other little bank account I was telling you about, that I am this close to my next Louis Vuitton bag. I'm not in a rush. I really want to think it through, but I'm fairly confident which one I'm going to be getting. But anyways, I really hope you found this video helpful. I hope you find these tips helpful. I think it's so important to talk about, you know, maybe the unsexy side of luxury shopping, you know, the side where it's not just this glitz and glam and this is my everyday, because for me, when it comes to buying luxury handbags, it's something I need to work and save towards. And for me, I find that really exciting because I get these beautiful items that I'm in love with. So anyways, once again, I hope you found this video helpful. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below what you do to save up for items that really excite you. And like I said, if you haven't already, please subscribe, join our luxury family, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.